Happy Canadian Day, Canada Day, Canada Day. Let me give you a nice red background. Ooh, how about the white? Ooh, fearless. It's 6:40, um, 6 p.m. And look all the cans I got for today. 2 bags plus all that. I think I got about $20 here. I'm going to dope out tomorrow. I just wanted to show you all the beautiful recycle I got. Thanks for two things: tourists and water bottles. The good old water bottle. It's been hot and muggy for the last couple of days. Because of that, the most I got is water bottles. But the other thing, folks, I got a lot of Canadian Dry. The most Canadian Dry I ever found in the garbage cans around town and in our park. I know today is Canada Day, and here I am found the most Canadian Dry. It just seems everybody at the park around town is drinking ginger ale today. Canadian Dry. It just like bothered my mind because other Canada days I don't find that much Canadian Dry cans. It's a freak or fuke or whatever you call it. Well, I slapped Mr. Prey, but holy hell of the cans I have. I love this one. The Red Racer. Just season. I'm not sure I ever had Indian Ale Pale Ale before, but this and the truck one, it's really neat. I know I'm going to my cans because I have noticed this must be from the United States. Liberty Brew. It almost look like our iced tea cans. I guess there's got Liberty. Yes. Liberty Brew. 50 flavors at once. 50 flavors at once. Oh, God. No, it just like, no, it's not collectible. But it is limited edition. 50 flavors. Oh, the close enough is pouring scraps of orange juice in the Kool-Aid, you know, orange, a bit of orange, bit of grape, bit of cherry. When you have to spray much in the little plastic containers back in the days to make Kool-Aid. That's close enough. That's going to be really hard. 50 flavors. Let me see. Next, apricot could be one of those 50 flavors. Yes, folks. It's probably going to be bitter like hell. But I have noticed one more thing. The usual bottle collectors that come out the woodwork today didn't came. There's no rivals, no one. The park people was kind to me. That's pretty unusual because they got new people working there at the park. And I went there, and all the garbage can was overflowing. That was at about 12:30. I made a whole bag that I had down to Main Street, and I got basically a bag and a half. This will fill another bag. I'm yeah. So the total is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6 bags in 3 days. That's going to be fun carrying on tomorrow when everything is open again. Yes, folks. This is the most I have made. And collecting in 3 days. Usually on a holiday, I make two bags, maybe 3 bags in a holiday, long holiday weekend. This time, I don't know where was my competition this year to get that much. No, they had the beer garden, but I haven't got bottles in the beer garden since in the 80s when they don't care. But anyways, see, that's what I was talking about a couple of days ago. These. Now, on Live in the Air, I'm going to see if they changed, if this person went up to Dawson City. I didn't know you could get. Well, I'll never get that. Never get that. Here we go, Museum. Museum. Like up here is the museum stamp. When you go this Yukon Gold, every year you go, tourists or the local people go around the places. They visit museums and landmarks around the Yukon. They get a stamp in the passport. This was not the passport I was telling you about. And this fits perfectly here on the museum. The one can come from Firefly Museum. Oh, this must be old. Because here, you just get a number, not the stamp anymore. Okay. So this is a retired stamp. That means this one is retired. I finally found out. Thirty-eight sites in this year. 38. I remember it was just a handful. And you take these stamps. The prize is 2 ounces of gold. Second prize, 1 ounce. 10 sites, you get 1 ounce. That's easy. Since this one did one. And your car cost, keep the book in case they ask. Then look the proof. So, since I found these together, both got Wilson Lake in it. The number is posted you record that yourself. Oh, someone did math in the second book. So, they must redesign this one because the only one there is that fits. But this big one is now a number. This big, huge red number 4 is now a collector item. And I'm not sure how many of these there. Now you go up to the side and write June to August. Oh, you visit 4, Bandit House, Campbell, Kino, and John, and on site for a half a try on. Cool. We've got so much gold here in the Yukon. Now, it's been going for about at least 20 years, this contest. So I have to find an older book for that one. I just want people ask me, when you talk about passport, those passports. Now, here's something serious. I have to get to a serious moment. I got 2 watching and 1 mic. I was watching Bob last night on the, Godman channel. And he made a claim. I wonder if Bob ever listened to the history books. Yes. He claims that there was only one God and the white people brought it in. That's what he was boasting about. The only true God is the God that my ancestors brought over. Wait a second. The native people of North America had their own religion and their own gods before Christian people came over from England. Get that straight. Christian God is not the third United States God. Now, it seems you must be a bigot. The proof right there. Because you want all the people to go, to get fired at Google and send them back to their homeland that there is no God. What I mean, you want all the Indians and trees and all that, because you believe people that works behind Google back shouldn't be here because A, they belong to someplace else, and B, their land had no God. And that's the second thing he said. I was really mad at that. I don't know how I missed. If I did, hear a repeat. I spent all day wondering about it. Here in Canada, we got so many people who believe in so many different religions and so forth. Around the world, believing in their gods and goddesses. Nobody fights, nobody argues. But when you get someone like Bob, and he figured the history means God finally came to America because of the white man, that's racist. I have seen the point that Bob is a racist little bigot. You went to school, Bob. You went and listened to history. You published on history of people from other lands on TV a lot. And your mind is that close? No. Christianity wasn't the first official religion in North America. The first people who was here before us, their gods and their spirits predate Jesus and God. And to say it's the same setup, but there's people like Bob out there. Kind of make us Canadians sad that here we let anybody pray anybody. We don't care if you have a mosque or anything, as long as you don't cause bullshit. What I mean, arguments and all that we hear a lot in the United States. We don't have a Rebo church that hates everybody and so forth. We probably do, but probably in somewhere in Alberta. But as I look back, this Canadian Day, I wonder, do we have people like Bob who've been through school, heard about Native people, seen Native people, and people around the world with their own version of their own God, and you say Christian identity was the first religion in America, or in Canada, or any place in the North, or in any American place? Well, according to the history books and what the world religion, there was many religions around the world when Jesus came. Now, Jesus didn't went to every single religion and force his religion and his father on everybody. Only the local area. And that slowly, after his death, grew big. Every time we white people conquer lands, we bring this God and ruin the native people, like we did in Spain, Russia, and so forth. That's what he said, that the people who believe in Christ and God had did more damage when they went to other land than anybody who believed in the devil. Now, I don't recall in the history book that any people worshiped the devil went to a different place on earth and, forced their religion down their mouth. Only Christians have. And that's why I have an open view of religion, because everybody religion is basically, I should say, the same part. And we was practicing religion in the context of religion in many parts of the world as Jesus walked the earth. Think of it, Bob. Last night on God Man Show, you really pissed me off. Because that's a false truth. Now, in the Bible, they talk about Jewish people too. That's a whole different religion. And the Semites and so forth, different religions, but many different religions in the Bible. And yet, a Christian person like you think there's only one. It's really sad that every time I listen to you, I would be amazed how backward you're thinking, how misformed you, and you went to school. Now, because of that, I wonder really, really a lot today as I collect a record amount in year 2009 of empties. All day, can't figure out why Bob is just so stupid and so stubborn with his religion. He basically forgot there is many different religions around him and before he ever sat on the earth. Same as, and then you don't want only people who believe in Christians to work it's the other thing, like, I wish that Google fire all these people that have been spying on me and they go back to the godless lands. That's kind of picking on the Indians from India. You know, he's a bigot. And I pointed out on the God Man, so it's kind of really sad that this is why we're laughing at you, Bob. We don't like bigots. I don't care what religion you are. Someone who put down other people and think their religion is number one, especially if they went to a foreign land like Maine or the United States, and they say that's true when America was saved, when your ancestors came with Jesus. I know it's sad in our history, many explorers had based life first religion on the poor native of many worlds. This is why some people just don't like Christian because they can ruin more religion practices of probability religion practices and people. This is why, here in Canada, we are trained, the natives here trained to go back what they used to be. We white people first listen onto them, our religion. This is why they begin to paint the walls around here with their art. And most stories I heard about their, stories of their spirit gods doing things to hinder or help man. And it's kind of saddening on Canada Day that we still have people like Bob. It's not opening up to all the influx of all the great people coming here into North America. When you embrace a culture or whatever, you embrace their religion too. We, United States, have the freedom to practice their own religion. Why, Bob, you're putting that down? Same here in Canada. We, Canadians, are more open-armed to everybody than you. And many other people who think they are better. No. This is why we are a community of people, Bob. We accept anyone and everybody, no matter their listeners. And I've listened to you last night, Bob. I'm kind of glad you and Trump is not here in Canada. Because that's a very racist, Mark said. Again. And if you think about it, folks, this is why we have to open up our hands and our land so that people from other places to come, then we accept their religion, accept their way of life, and go on with it. Like hearing Bob last night on the government, so just before Canada, that means he's going to be on his 4th of July show, talk about God and how American is almighty. No, this Canadian here, who lives by the most almighty nation of the whole world, going this. You haven't grown up in over 250 years. Your state have hateful religion people who is not open-minded at all. Here, we are more open, more a part of the United States than Europe. Yeah. Well, in the Bible, you put that down. And that's what the whole Canada Day show is about. Accepting the foreign, our future Canadians into this place we call Canada, into this place. We just a few years ago changed had 150th birthday. I think it's about 154, but still. We accepted everybody. We, accepted the listen. I know there were some slow Canadians, just like you, Bob, who don't like it, but they have to like it now. This is a melting pot of land, people, religion, a way of life, the way to dress, the way, even the way to eat food. This is a melting pot. Like a fine chocolate. You melt all those things together and you get a great country. This is why Canada is greater than you at times. This is why we hit the top 5 or maybe the top 10s in many, many countdowns around the world. Yes, we do have a dark side too. That's why most people want to come to Canada, other than the Freedom Land, what we call Bob Land. No. You be more freedom in here than right now in the United States. We don't have an odd church. I think we have one in Ontario that shame the people like me. We are more open now for people like me. And now we can smoke dope. Get government branded dope. That's how much freedom we got, more Canadian niceness we got. Right now, the government is making a lot of money. And that means one thing: our roads and schools are improving because they let us, especially people like me who never had dope before, experience it. Because all the cigarette smokers in Canada is dropping down, and they're not making much money from the smokers because they are dying slowly. A whole new, other than beer drinkers, because we still have to pay taxes on beer. But now with all the bad habit now taxed, we Canadians who have a bad habit are helping the government, and hopefully soon it will repair the roads and school of all that dope money. Yes, Bob. I should be on things. And that's what the whole thing. On the funny side of the news, speaking of Tupperware, we got a new Tupperware dealer in town. Oh, how do I know? Well, we have our Canadian Prey, as many throw candies and pins out. Wonderful with throwing these. Yeah, let that sink in. Canada Day, and they found Tupperware. You know what Tupperware was made at? United States. But it is a kind of good way to get the catalog out. But the problem is, parts of Main Street got the catalog alongside by the cars. In the garbage can. People look like Tupperware. And by looking in now, it's the same type. Oh, look. The ones that Bob's have. Oh, I like that something. I peel my potatoes like this. In this fusion maker? Okay, one decent thing. Work it next level. Juicer? Ice cream maker? Oh, that's all in one. Ice cream sponge, Nemos can opener. Now they get clapperable Tupperware. Wow! Things can make French fry. I already got one of those. Spoons, knives. Knives? Scissors with Tupperware name on it? Towels? Drink containers? Oh, they got more containers than I ever thought. Measuring cup, cakes, icing spreader, making your own ice cream. Oh, I have one of those. I should dig that out. They got a grill. They have a grill for one. Whoa, this is not the Tupperware I grew up with. Yeah, and they do have Tupperware party. A thing to keep you fast food. Micro baked waffles? Frying pans? They got better frying pans now. Holy shit! Trippy cups. There we go. Stackable plates. Bowls with chips. The classic CO2 ones. Ones that keep fruit fresh. From to the fridge. This is not. We have freezable containers. Now I'm at the freezable. Dry food containers. Yeah. What are they all famous for? Oh, a lady that's over a plus size, a lady who model Tupperware. Well, finally we grew up. And then we got Toy Stories and all those. And right, the same 1970s Superman. You know, Superman is drawn by a different person now. This is the same art I remember from my childhood. The same. Neil Adams artwork. The same bloody thing. I back scrubbers? Oh, Trump. Oh, finally. This is a smart idea. Long brushes to clean these damn things out. Finally. I actually got brushes that I could clean. And that was one of the big problems, even today, these long water bottles. You can basically put your hand in it and scrub them. You need something like that. So Tupperware finally got something decent. Now, if only I could get one of these at the dollar shop, then I could clean those hard plastic, long plasticware. Look, they got brushes for these now. When they first came out, nobody thought of that with the coffee mugs. No one. Not everybody have a brush for the coffee mug to clean. They finally do. Yay! And now all the information how to be. How about that? They got plus over 50 models. That's what they meant now. Those young teenagers, well, they got kids. Well, even the popsicle thing is very sensible. Oh. Yeah, Tommy Tootie just, oh, the same thing happened. Tommy Tootie did a video, it sounded like a squirrel, and he's doing take two. Again, I told it. Happy Canada Day, everyone. But it seems like amazing that all these years, that's not the only giveaway I got today. They was giving out these. Yes, folks, we do have a Comic-Con 219, and this is the official free bag that was given away. A moose. Yes, that moose old Jack up in Warfield with the owner with the nets. This is how badass Yukon is. Now Comic-Con is coming soon. That's a good thing. There's a geek lady with a big sword for one of the games giving this away. The second thing that was given away, and this was very sensible. Bonjour, my friend. Follow the events of the Bonjour, my friend tour as it exposed the daily and Canadian whatever. For video clips, Vox Pop, timeline learning. Well, I'm going to the website. I can make a website. I can win money. I mean, make a video. Well, also that pen. Yeah, another pen from my collection. And this. This perfect time for a day like today. What is it yet? Ta-da! Hey, I love the master trick here. Again, you probably could see. Yeah, we have frisbees, folks. Now, but the funny thing is, putting that back in the bank, it's like we have hats like this. Yeah, I have a hat that fold in, just like those tents. Fold in, and I wish they had instruction how to fold this back in this bag. I could use it for a fan, but I have a fan. So that's how friendly we are. We have something that we talk to our neighbors, to our friends, by the Canadian government and the Quebec people. They're going to cause and say hi to friends, any friends across Canada. Now, do you see? Tasty it is. Well, there's only one place that serves the best fish and chips in Canada. Fresh fish from Alaska, cod, with fresh caught potatoes and wonderful bed. If I had the spoon or whatever, yeah, I will show you. In one of the oldest buildings in the Yukon. Usually, when someone makes like fish and chips or a pizza, don't ask me to make those things. See, good quality fish and chips is much better than the McDonald's crap. But anything, that's what the Canadian episode of my show is about. I missed the parade. This year they didn't have all the fancy old cars parking in the park. They disappeared. So I didn't take no pictures, no film. The Can Girls was there briefly. And it was mostly French and English singing groups. But one thing I have noticed this year, people who were selling food this year are from all over the world. India, the Caribbeans, Thailand, and these are all newcomers to Canada. They came, they opened their little businesses, and now they're joining us in Canada when we celebrate Canada. That's how open we are. Hi, Bob, dog. But this is why, I guess I'm seeing lots of the people. Well, I see more foreigners now in Canada today. And that's a good thing. They came and we opened our arms, and this day is celebrating for them to sell their homeland dishes. Like chicken, different type of noodles, getting dye pop, bottles and bottles of water, cotton candy, popcorn, a lot of Indian dishes too. It's curry. The whole place was smelling like curry, hot dogs and pancakes this morning. If you want to smell true Canada, go to your Canadian Day next year and take in the smell of all the food banner. To the cotton candy machine, the popcorn machine, to my friend that I used to work with, food, a lot of food, with curry on it. The hot taco truck, the cake, the guys selling sourdough pancakes. All of those, this here, the smell was basically took over the area. The other thing I didn't see this year is not many drugs. Now, once again, we have a beer garden. Most of them went there, and they stayed there because usually some of my competition are people from the streets. But since the bar deep was closed, they didn't, I guess they are tired of carrying around for another 24 hours. And the guy that usually comes with his moped and did it, he wasn't around. Not around town. And this is why I made so much balls. When he's not around town, I score big. Why? He got a scooter. And scooter is faster than the French guy down there with a bike. He is slow with a bike, but when you got a scooter and drive around town, checking all the cans before any other bottle collector comes along, that's cheating. I know first come first. Sure, but I can notion to beat him is go out 1-3 o'clock and get all those cans before he does. He gets the morning cans on whatever I cannot reach in, even with my stick. And that's the thing with Hog, Smokey from the forest fire up in Concord Creek by Dawson City, was Muggy, and I drank a lot of water, don't worry. I kept myself. But usually what stopped me from getting a good haul is my competition. And there was none of them. And I was surprised. The last 3 years, I see less and less of them. Oh, they are. They're over here at the homeless center, drinking and flashing. So finally, the homeless center, that was all my competition on doing the rest of the day, so they collect cans so they could have the can of beer. I'm not doing it because, well, they knew, but they would save the cans, but they didn't care this year. And because of that, I cleaned around Main Street, I cleaned around Walmart, I cleaned around the park, around the Canadian Day party, and that haven't happened to me in 20 years. I made probably under 10. It was a good year, but this Canadian Day, folks, I am proud in the 3 days. And yes, I'm going to have fun carrying all this. I'm glad this is mostly cans and bottles. But this year, because it was hard, muggy, the other bottle collectors probably hiding, and I'm there with my little jacket, getting every single can that I can get. Just like in the old days of the 70s and the 80s, when holidays like this, our family could make easy $50 to $150. You know, this is what I missed. Usually, the last few years, I didn't even pick up any cans because there was more. This year, I brought my extra bag. I had a feeling. Last of all, I took a garbage bag with me. I didn't fill it up, but that's a garbage bag worth anyways. But I'm proud. It's about 20, maybe 15. I'm not sure. And I did squash a lot of my bottles. And one nice thing about water bottles. Since it's not plasticized, water is, you can crunch these less I can before, air comes in. Put the tap on. And that's. And I've been finding a lot of tourists is doing this for space. They take it in just like if I take a can and crush it like this. They take cans like this. Some places they don't. So of all the cans and bottles I crush, I even have more. Now these big ones is always trouble because yes, I'm strong. I'm stronger than Bob. I could crush bottles and cans. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But the only type I can't crush is these and these. Yes, folks, even here in the Yukon, we take them in and get 5 cents. Why? They mix with milk. Aha! Oh, yes. I'm not going to drink it, but in the United States, it got orange written in it. I could always tell it's top. Put down it to drain it. Even these, in last time's video, 5 cents. I got a few of them from the kids drinking. You know, the wonderful sound of making space so I could fill it up with garbage can. You know, Bob, I feel much better. And I guess you guys want to hear crunchy of the Canada Day. I know it's trying to be funny. But as I said, this is Canada Day. And finally, I made money. Not $5, not even $10. I think close to 20. And that's a big change of 2 reasons. Oh, I do have some beer bottles in there. A couple vodka bottles. Plastic and glass. So that's what these bikes mainly is for, and plus 2 liters and 1 liters too. You could crush them very easily. More you crush, more you could fit. So my job after is crushing the rest of the cans, putting it into that bag, and see how much I actually got. And all the ones I find with water, no, I don't drink it. You know what I do? I got plants outside. I give them the wasteful water from, yes, it may be a little heavy, but nice clean water for my plants. I've been doing it every time I get a whole bunch of them. There's another waste I hate. I know the water will get hot and you carry it around and you get tired. I found water bottles like this much. I have to empty on the spot. If not, then it's going to be really heavy. That's water is one of the precious things. Every tourist, and yes, even us, waste water. Waste. You know, you bought this, you drink it all day. Not drink it out about 1/5 and then throw it away because today it's nice and hot and you get warm and you want that fresh, new, cool bottle of water that's sitting in the ice that you're going to pay $2.50 from. That's why I don't buy pop there. I'll let someone buy it for me. Yes, folks. I had dumped out so many of these today. So much liquor, half drunk cans, half drunk water bottles. You see the waste? You see, God made us to drink everything. God didn't make us to waste. Because I was going to tell my great grandchildren one of these days how wasteful we are in water. Look at this. Look at this. Every day I have to empty these things because some lazy tourist or a local person not finished. I find coffee cups during the winter time, like 2 slips of coffee, and they leave it right on top of the garbage can. We are wasteful. You see how wasteful we are in plastic and how much with our liquid. One of these days we won't have the luxury of drinking water so clear. If we keep on cloning like that, folks, we're going to be using up all the water, and all the water will be trapped in the garbage because we can't fill it to ground anymore because all the currents that the water bottle breaks down and finds white. Every day I see food. I see everything. Unless you go into Alaska and you have to leave your food behind. That's the Canadian law. That's different. But I hate when the local people cannot even finish a 12-inch piece and throw the other half in the garbage. No, I don't eat it. But still, I've seen so much waste. So much waste. We Canadians are doing fine on everything except for one. And that's the other thing I found unusual this year. They had plain garbage cans. Last 10 years, they have 3 garbage cans. You probably see them, one for compost, one for cans, one for garbage. Well, this year they scrapped that idea. And that's the other reason why I got so much cans. I guess they thought, I guess when it comes to teaching people where the compost, where they recycle, and they just open these cans and just fill with garbage and don't even give a shit. One person asked me where the compost cans are. Well, we don't have it this year. And I think we should teach our kids, our next couple generation, to recycle, because my generation and the older generation and some of the new generation don't know how to separate the garbage, even when they enjoy themselves. We taxpayers pay for this special setup. And even when it first came, me and the mail at the time tried to teach these people, come for paper, put it in here, garbage go there, and all the recycled things go in the middle garbage can. Nobody cares. I think it's a failure to teach the people today, even my age. I hate the same because I came up with a wasteful generation. If you want to blame my great-grandfather, my father, and me for pushing up the earth. And you think our children and children before are going to clean up? We already fucked up the earth. Since we found machines could do our stuff better. And so that we was going down here. Not like people like me who know these could be recycled and made into other things. Like this. This is why I like to recycle cars. I know you don't get much for a smash old car, around $500. Copper by the pound. That's the way we should recycle. Yes, there is parts around here in Yukon telling people, here's the special garbage can, put your compost in. Even the nice state people, very rarely they listen. Because what they came from is everything in the garbage can. Except when the Boy Scout and Girl Scout is going around collecting cans for their, And this, being a Canadian, we are trying our best to keep this place clean. That's one thing God forgot to tell Adam and Eve. Now, I'm pissed about that. It said, go enjoy the earth. Make it as you picture it. I wish God said to Adam and Eve, and please recycle your garbage. The 10 Commandments do not say please recycle. I wish there should be 8 deadly sins. Not recycling is the 8th. Why we have a religion that do not force the people to recycle and make God happy? And so I'm making God happy now. I don't have to go kill a goat or anything. In fact, and offers to the gods. No, I'm making the gods white happy. No matter what type of lifestyle you have to meet God and earth, because remember, God gave us one earth. And that's one thing he had forgotten to tell Adam and Eve. Is to recycle. Well, they learned to recycle seeds so they could eat. And skin to wear, but later on that's die when we break up clay pottery and bury them without waste. This is how history finds the true meaning of places in the Bible through their garbage. That's why I know a lot of things, because find it through the garbage. This is why history about Jesus' time is more, because they dig up old places and old garbage and find the true way. Those people in jars were put away in a cave for nobody to watch until someone found the Dead Sea. If they were saved, you could probably learn about Jesus' time. But no, it's always email. But we are doing our best to read it. And we're finding parts of the Bible through the Dead Sea Scrolls that's not in the modern Bible, Bob. That's why it's always changes. More we find, and the history, remember, history of the world goes with religion. There's always something before a religion. And it's another religion. Ends with a religion. The only true United States religion group is the Mormons. And all those crazy crackpots, churches, and like religion nutkids. Those are the true United States, but not a religion that came from another world. In other words, we are praying to a God from another part of the world. A foreigner do. Like, that's Superman. Well, anyways, this is why I am so mad at you, Bob. Okay, you got basically ruined. So I think, yeah, Bob, you seen our comment yesterday on God's God-man video. Bob is a fucking racist. And I bet you Bob gonna make a wonderful video on the 4th of July, rubbing the United States into us. I'm not rubbing Canadian us, because most Americans don't even care. They don't even know where Canada is. Most. So far I got 2 watching and 2 likes. Because think about it, everyone. I have to do a first live show, the first one ever, and I have to get how United States Bob is. What we Canadians and other people around the world think United States people are. Look at Bob. Look at anybody from Texas. Look at the Bible Belt. Yeah, we got a bit of a Bible Belt. Our Bible Belt here in Canada is smaller than the Bible Belt in the United States. Do you know that? And Bob also said something else. I kind of know. Every time you show a piece of paper or something, tell a part of your story. And then afterward, he say, "You don't know this. I know this." Attitude. Well, you just give us the information, Bob. That means the next video we can make fun of it. How did we get the information? Every time you show a piece of paper, this and that, and then claim, "Only I know these things." Oh, thanks, Bob, for showing us many times over the years the paperwork, the phone numbers, your email address, and all that. If you don't want us to know anything about your Bob, why are you putting it out? Well, that's the biggest question I have from watching last night Godman show. You show us the information and claim you don't know this. Only I know. Oh, of course we know. Stop the free frame, we can read the letter, we can make fun of you, we can make these videos, and then you turn around and say you don't know nothing about my life. But Bob, given to tell a story without, all the stuff you show, I could do the same thing. But I'm doxing myself. You dox yourself and you wonder why the people knows everything about you. This is what the dumb American jokes we Canadians do. But you always cry and say, "How do you know about this? Please stop." A, we could type your name in. B, we just listen to you. And do a show next day marking what you show us. Your info. Just like any other American people who are careless with the information they put on YouTube. Yeah, you think we need the proof. You show the proof, now we can make fun of it because we know it's true every time you show you a piece of paper. Or keep reminding us that the darker paper is to doctrine. No. You have to actually go to school and learn, not mail by night or internet by night thing. I'm sorry. This is why you're never going to be a preacher. In God's book, you have to follow the rules of being a priest of God. You admitted you didn't. You just answered a bunch of questions a couple of times, and you got your God in an envelope, priest in an envelope. And then you say, "Oh, you don't know nothing." Of course I know. How long I've been watching your videos and, the ones you say, "Well, how come nobody watching, Bob Baker?" We watching you because you're more funny. Jim Baker and whatever is old news from the old jokes we used to do in the 80s about them. There's no more running makeup or thing. It's on now. It's calling some boxes of macaroni. But piece of the same shit. Do you think why we stay make fun of Bob and Jim and all these other big TV ones that grabs our money and false positive? It's our job to find God by ourselves. I don't need to pay someone. That's at least one thing Bob knows about. Learning about God is free. Getting His love and everything is free. Every time I listen to these big time preachers say, "Well, I'll give you a little container of holy water, what they got from the tap, and you have to pay like $5 for it to a holy miracle happen," it's a bunch of bullshit. I know a snake snake oil, tunnel, sell anytime. That's what those other people are. But Bob is too. He's selling his idea of a perfect American. That's what Bob is want the American to be. The perfect American. Not like the American like now. I mean the 1950 American. He wants that dream of a perfect American that they hate all the people and son. Not this openness that he hates. He wants America to go back when they were strong. He is close to change. He still wants. I am 1950 or 40s American that people like us are in closet, and the world is full of garbage and pollution. But America was great because they believe in God more and Jesus more than they are now. Because everybody polls saying otherwise. Yeah. Polls say Christians, people like Bob, it's getting harder to find. But they are the most people who cry the loudest. Anybody who believes and read between the line or can't read it, like Bob, are our worst enemies here in Canada. So, it's the truth. Now, you know why I don't like it, Bob? You're a racist little bigot. And you have proven over and over, even the last batch of videos this week, is to show you will never change to the modern man like I am. Open about the sexuality and the whole 9 yards. You want to be life at 1950. When everybody believes in God and other religions was shunned. I'm sorry, Bob. We are moving away from that and accepting other things. We are open. And as you know, as we open, God hasn't stopped anyone down. Because he knew, and Jesus knew, that we grow up since backward times when Jesus was around. That was backward times. You want backward times, but hop on a time machine and go back to Jesus' time and make love with him. Do a sin. And that's what I'm getting from the last batch of videos, Bob. That's why all the foreign people who subscribe to your channel hate you. I know the modern United States person is far from where you are right now. But stay whining little brats. But they are growing up. This is why we make fun of people passing there and, talk about religion in a time that most people don't really care. They want to make fun. They want to have fun. They want to talk about sports and things. You don't. The other thing, Bob, you think YouTube is just for your cause, not for news, not for people saying hi to the grandpas or grandmas, or scenes of people going capture of the vacation. The little kids want to be funny and so forth. You think YouTube is for your youth and other people like you, youth only. Don't get me wrong with it. Think, Bob. This is why we're making fun of you. This is why this Canadian on Canada Day is making fun of you because what you had been saying all along. No, but we are better than you. I know last night we had a really bad thunderstorm, and last couple of days of thunderstorms and rain. It didn't wash us away. I wish I could film it, but I never thought it was worse than what Bob had a few days ago. He only did what he does. He rumble and grumble, then cry over us, try to blow the sin away with the high winds. And we'd wake up and celebrate, not him, a country. Does it make him mad? And why he haven't drowned off when we thinking about a land, not him? You know, if God wanted us to, follow him, he would be killing every single of his Peters and Cinders. I know. He would be trying to get rid of all the sins, but he's not. Did he set a purification on fire just because he hates drunk people because it's in the Bible? No. And then when 8 came out, people said, oh, God has finally got around to get rid of all the people who don't. We gotta say here. The jokes are gone. God haven't got rid of all the negative people when Jesus came. No, he likes everyone. But he doesn't care. He knows the head spirit of Phil's dad is a God that's actually him. I know. I know you're going to talk about it, Bob. I know you're watching. Because you hate Canadians, because we are better than us and better with our religion than you. So, both the light is coming. I am going to make some funny video before that fun. You know who I will talk about. But I will put another video out soon, folks. So, happy Canada Day. I able to keep it on to 2 hours. If I was more pissed at you, Bob, it would probably be 5 hours. Yes, 5 hours. So happy Canada Day. Bye.